Welcome, friends. So we're going to be doing a flip through of my very first Bible journal I ever did, and it's my art journal, so not a ton of notes in this one. There's also a lot of art fails in this, so this eventually did become my practice journal since I did have so many fails in it, and anytime I kind of want to try something like this, I'll kind of test it on some of the lesser important pages. I do a Bible journal class for some young girls, so I try to make sure that I kind of test things out and see how it's going to look, see if they're capable of doing it, that it's nice and easy because they're very young. I think the oldest one I had was maybe 12, so I try to keep things super simple for them. So I do have a couple of notes on these, just kind of something for maybe the Garden of Eden, Tree of Life. When I started doing this was just for my own personal enjoyment. I never really intended for this to ever be on YouTube or out in the public. So a lot of these designs are not my own. They're things that I saw other people do on Pinterest and things of that nature, on Facebook. So there's no way I could possibly credit to all the artists who did these. I know this one was not my own design. This one, it was. This one was not mine. This one I don't think it was either. A lot of these I can't remember. That one wasn't. This one was my own design. This was a coloring page. A lot of these are going to be coloring pages that I just traced on there. It had been a long time since I'd drawn. This was somebody else's design, but I really liked it. So was this one. This one was mine. So it had been a long time since I had drawn anything, so a lot of my artwork was still pretty rough, because I hadn't drawn or colored in just years. Watercolor here. I wasn't sure what to do on this page, so I just put some color down and smushed it around. Give it just a colorful look. Same thing here, I wasn't sure what to do with this one. This one is my own design. Just a mouse under a mushroom. This, I was trying to go for a Lisa Frank style, and it ended up looking not how I intended it. Got lots of notes here. This is my own design. This story was very important to me. It's the first one God ever gave me a real revelation on, so I will probably be doing a Bible journal on that. This is for Esau and Isaac. I really love cogs and gears and kind of a vintage look, maybe steampunky kind of. This was a coloring page. This I tried to make lightning with masking fluid. It did not work. The masking fluid, I couldn't get it to be sharp to make lightning, so that was an art fail. Just for the Plague of Locust. This I did just for Inktober, nothing too fancy there. I do have a Bible journal that I will probably move over to this channel from my other channel. Just some notes here. That was just a tip-in. Some stickers and some drawings. This was just a coloring page. Tried to prop my Bible up here so you could see it a bit better. So this was not my own design. I saw someone else do that one. About the tassels. So this one's probably one of my favorites. This is just some washi tape. This I'd seen on Pinterest, I think. This is a napkin, a drawing, a sticker. It's kind of some things that I put together here. It's another napkin. Stickers and coloring. This was a Bible journal I did with my class, as was this one. Another coloring page. This is some stuff from Silver Dollar City. Napkin here. Another coloring page. This was just some stickers I got from the Dollar Tree. Another page I did with my girls' class. You can tell I practiced it a couple of times to make sure I had a really easy method of doing it. This was just some stickers. I have several bubble pages because I had given a demonstration to my class and did one for YouTube after I had done it with them. So I've got 3 or 4 of those in here, and I tried it on different colors. This was the very first one I ever did. I went to a Bible journal class, and this was the scripture. And I wasn't really sure what to think when I was invited. I thought it was weird to draw on a Bible. But what I found was that it really helped me remember where things were at, rather than just remembering it was in there somewhere, but actually know where I could go to find it because I knew where I had drawn my page and what chapter it was in. So it actually really helped me to remember where things were located. The scriptures I could remember, it was remembering where they were at, which was always the problem for me. Some more coloring pages. So this was an art fail. I had seen people do napkins, and I had this simple napkin, thought I would put it on this page, but black is not see-through. So I am still trying to decide how I'm going to fix that. I may go through and tear this page out and print it and tip it in that way, because I really want to be able to read the words. So I try not to cover up any of the words, even though I wouldn't use this just to read in. I think that if you're going to cover up the words, then you can just do an art journal instead of a Bible journal. So I want to make sure that I can still read all the words. And if, for whatever reason, someday this is passed on to my children or something of that nature, they may pick this up one day and get a scripture that really jumps out to them that they need, and they'll need to be able to read the words. Now, if you just like the look of the words in the background and you don't care about covering up the words, that's totally fine. Just me personally, I've always felt like I needed to make sure all the words were able to be read. This was my first attempt at a galaxy, and it was an absolute fail. I followed a tutorial on YouTube. They made it look so much easier than it was. It was also my first attempt at watercolor, so this is just a tip-in. This one's my own design. This is one of my favorite scriptures. It's the glory of God to conceal a matter, but the glory of kings is to search out a matter. So this is some stickers on this side. On the other side is a coloring page that I colored over with highlighter to make it super bright. Another coloring page. On these coloring pages, I just got some carbon paper and just traced the lines. So if you are a non-artist, you can just get some carbon paper, and if you find a design you like, just trace it. There's nothing wrong with that. Something I'd seen online here. This is some stickers, and then a fox here from Fox and the Hound. This was my, I thought the girls would like to do something like this. And I have a napkin here. I'm going to call this an art fail because when I put the marker on the napkin, it is spiderwebbed and bled through it. So another failure with a napkin. It was too dark and you couldn't read the words through it. Most of my fails involve napkins. This one's really simple, but it is one of my favorites. So this one is my own design here. Just a drawing of a old-fashioned phone there. These are from Silver Dollar City. I did it kind of junk journal style before I really got into junk journaling. Saw this online. This was a YouTube tutorial. I have tried to find it to provide a link. I cannot find it, but it was on YouTube years ago. coloring page. This one's of a canyon. And this is one I had done for Inktober. Just some trees. This was kind of an art fail. It was supposed to be like you were laying on the ground looking up through the trees. And I did it with watercolor. And it was a little harder than I had anticipated. This one I actually do have a YouTube video up on my other channel if you want to check it out. This one was my own design here. This one was also my own design. So this is some washi tape here. So if you want some ideas on how to use your washi tape, I had some Van Gogh washi tape and I just drew a hand as if it was pulling up the page and revealing something secret behind it to go with the scripture, "There is a God in heaven who reveals secrets." And then just line the other page in the washi tape to match it. This is for Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Just some simple flames. It's another coloring page I thought was real cute. About a city set on a hill. And this is my own design I did here. This was a picture I saw online that I thought looked really nice. It wasn't a Bible journal, it was just a picture. Lighthouse here. Just a cartoon I saw that I used. Another coloring page. This I just found a picture of a baby that I thought was cute and used it. You can kind of see it, it's a little wrinkled. So I use Crayola in my Bible journal because I think it's easier to see the words through it. Prismacolors usually leave kind of this film on it. This is a napkin here that I did at a Bible journal class. Unfortunately, Crayola is very streaky and also waxy, so it doesn't usually look very uniform, but it's easier to see the words through it even though it doesn't have as good of a look. So if you need something to use your cheap stuff in, Bible journal is the way to go. And save your Prismacolor for your coloring books. It's another coloring page here. This is a 3D type of sticker. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Just a simple silhouette of a man helping another one up a edge or cliff. This is a sticker I got from a friend. I wasn't really sure what to do with it, so some stickers. This was somebody else's design I saw online. Not my design, but I don't remember if this was a Bible journal or if it was just a painting that I saw. This was another napkin fail. This one was a super light colored napkin. I thought I wouldn't have any problems with it at all. But this is a red letter edition Bible, and I found that the red letter just will not come through very well. So, very simple watercolor. I really love this one. This was a comic that I had seen. I looked up a comic of, I think, a girl shouting, and thought that one looked real good. Drew that on there. This is the one I did for the girls I do a Bible journaling class for. I also did it for Inktober. It's super simple. It's just some stamps, and all you have to do is write your scripture reference. It's all done with ink. I had messed up on this, so not sure I'm going to fix that just yet. Playing around with some tissue paper. It kind of worked. You can still read the words through it. Kind of. This is a colored pencil drawing along with some stickers. The fish are the stickers. So this is a Bible journal I actually did for Inktober. So the prompt was skeletal, and I decided to do this like a medical journal, similar to how I did in my junk journal Bible. This is for an eye doctor. I just made it look like a diagram. I drew a heart here, put an old-fashioned camera. Wrote some of my scripture references over here. Some more tissue paper, playing around with tissues and stamps. As you can tell, there's a lot of experimentation in this one. This one I did like an Aurora Borealis. Did not turn out how I wanted, but it looked okay in the end. And you can't tell on camera, but you can actually read through this still. This I made like Lisa Frank style seal. Just feeling a little nostalgic that day, I guess. So this was another coloring page that I went over with highlighter to make it really pop. This is a design from Pinterest online somewhere. Another Inktober drawing I did. Another coloring page. So this one I just looked up some reference photos of a flaming sword and kind of pieced some things together to come up with that. Some more bubbles. I wanted to see what it would look like on some other colors. This one is my own design here. I'm very happy with how that turned out. Some more coloring pages. So I did freehand draw this, but it is not my design, and I don't know the original artist. I did find it several places, so I don't know who it originally belonged to. I've seen it as a tattoo. I've seen it as just a drawing, so no idea who the original artist was. For this one, I just looked up different clocks and drew them. I was really happy with the way it turned out. Especially this one, I really like the colors in it. This I just looked up for some clip art about testing. And this is what came up, and I thought it looked really cute. This is my own design here. I saw a painting online with this red color scheme, and it made me think of the Book of Revelation, so I kind of modified it a little, so it's not really my own design, I guess. Just a reference photo of a eagle that I found. Galaxy. So this is my second attempt at a watercolor galaxy. It went way better. This is a coloring page. And then another test page. Well, there you have it. That was my art Bible journal. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it gives you some ideas and some inspirations. I have one more flip through to do for you, and then I will start doing some actual Bible studies to go along with my Bible journals. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. It really helps the channel move forward.